Good evening to one and all present here. As my name is S Vijay Andrew, today for the digital seminar, my topic is going to be on the definition and the types of NGO. So before I start my seminar, I would like to give a small abbreviation of NGO. NGO is a non-governmental organization. So let's look into the definition now. NGO is a non-governmental organization, is a non-profit organization that works to help people, communities or the environment without being controlled by the government. So as this definition only tells us, like, the NGO is not a part of the government. It is something not related to the government also. It's like a group of committee, like they're trying to help out the rural areas, the environmental, those who are in need of their or needy things like the education, like the financial issues, like health issues and all. So like the NGO is a main plays a major role in the rural areas, like having the lesser amount without the involvement of the government. They plan to help up the rural community areas. So NGO is like not a part of the government too. So as the definition continues, like an NGO is a group formed by the people to solve social problems and improve society, not to earn profit. So NGO is like they have the main intention is to not to earn more profit. It's like what they have the amount they need to help to the rural areas. So NGO is like a group formed by the people to solve social problems, environmental problems, and to improve the society, not to earn profit. It's like improve the society in the sense like where the government is not able to improve the society, like the basic needs of the rural people. Like the rural people are in need of many things. So in that way, I would like to say, like, it's like the improve in the society is like for the rural areas. So improving the society, not to earn profit. So the basically I would like to say is an NGO is a group formed by the people, not by the involvement of government, to solve the social problems, environmental problems, and to improve and get a lot of changes in the society. So NGO may work in the areas like the education, health, as well as the women empowerment, environmental protection, and child welfare too. So the main major roles in the NGO play is like the in education, like health problems, women empowerment, environmental protection, and child welfare. So these problems, like they face in the rural areas, where the children are not able to go for the education, where they need the health problems, like the basic facilities also where they may not have. So NGO is like so NGO is like a part of the non-governmental organization. So what the amount which they have, where they need to help to the society, it's like giving more importance to the rural areas. What I mean to say is giving more important to the rural area sectors. So as the types of NGO is like there are no particular types of NGO. So there is some NGOs have been classified into the legal structures, like the trust, society, and the section. So trust is registered under the Indian Trust Act in the year of 1882. Society Legal Act is registered in the year of under the Societies Regulation Act. Under the Society Regulation Act in the year of 1860. Section 8 companies registered under the Companies Act in the year of 2013. These are the three main types of legal NGOs. So what I mean to say is there are no particular types of NGO. There are many types of NGO where like we can see a several number of things. So what I mean to say is like there are no particular few numbers of NGO in the world. There are many more NGOs, like we can find numerous of NGOs. What I mean to say is like numerous number of NGOs where we can see in a lot of facilities by their help. Like next point I would like to explain that only is like based on the area of work, such as the educational NGO, health NGO, environmental NGO, human rights NGO, women and children welfare NGO, the rural development NGO. So there are many types of NGOs. Like what I mean to say is more they focus more on the rural areas where they are not having the unemployment due to the poverty. Also, the children may not be able to study. So the NGO people visit to such rural areas. So they offer a help to the educational NGO. That one I can say as the educational NGO, like the health NGO. Health NGO is like where the rural people are not able to get more health facilities, like the minimum basic first aid also they don't know what is it. So they give a basic camp for that, and they tell us like what is the health, what is the meaning of health, like which are the diseases it might cause. They give basic knowledge to the rural people, and they give the basic first aid things and all, what to be done, like if they're not feeling well and all. So that is known as the health NGO. Environmental NGO is like the pollution of the environment, like the drinking water facilities also we can tell as the environmental NGO. Like the drinking water gets polluted, so basically the NGO is like the non-governmental organization. Without the help of the government, they what amount they have, what funds they have, like they put a minimum of funds like to help the rural people. Basically I would like to say is they focus more on the rural areas comparing to the city sides and all. They focus more on the rural areas. So it's known as that is known as the environmental NGO. Human rights NGO, like human rights NGO, I would like to give an example regarding that is human rights. Like we need to treat everyone equal, like the gender, male is separate and female is separate. So we can't tell like for the female to do every kinds of things. So we need to treat everyone equally. So that is known as the human rights NGO. So women and child welfare NGO and the rural development NGO. Rural development is in the sense like basic facilities. In the, like example I would like to say basic examples is the road facilities, like the proper road facilities and all, like to travel for them, the basic hospitality needs. So these are the rural types of NGO. So basically I would like to say is the NGO area of work focuses on more and more like for the rural people. So I would like to explain, not explain, I would like to tell one more time is the educational NGO, health NGO, environmental NGO, human rights NGO, women and child welfare NGO, rural development NGO. So there are no particular number of NGOs. There are many more numerous of NGOs where they focus only on the rural area. Sorry. So what I mean to say is like they don't focus more on the rural area, since because due to the poverty issues like unemployment, they face a lot of issues. So the NGO focuses more on the rural side comparing to the city side. So basically they focus on the rural part of the areas too. So it can be classified into the registration types and by the field of work. So particularly NGOs are the many types of NGO, like the previous point which I read about the Companies Act and all. So NGOs are registered in the registration type of NGOs by the particular years and all. So by the field of work also we can say as it's classified into many types of works. So what I mean to say is just now I explained to before the points and all. I would like to say the main NGO focus on many works to the rural area. So it is classified into the registration type or registration type of NGO as well as the by their work of NGO. So the term NGO became popular only in the 20th century. So I like to explain now is a very important thing. Like the first NGO was started in the world. It was started in the year of 1889 in the year of 20th century. So before I would like to say is in the term NGO became popular only in the 20th century. So before the 20th century, the NGO was not at all a popular thing to the people. So in the 20th century, later in the 20th century, in the year of 1889, the first NGO was started in the year 1839 in UK. The first NGO was started in the year of 1839 in UK. The NGO name was the anti-slavery. So the main NGO, their main focus was on like to end up the slavery, like working for others, like we need to treat everyone equal. So regarding that, the first NGO in the world, it was started as the anti-slavery NGO. So that was the first NGO in the world. Now next point I would like to explain is the first NGO in India was started by the Rajaram Mohan Roy. NGO was named as Brahmo Samaj. Sorry, it's Rajaram Mohan Roy started in the year of 1828. His main focus was abolition of sati system, women's education, and equality. Although the term NGO was not used at the time of Brahmo Samaj, is regarded as one of the earliest organized social reforms movement in India, similar to an NGO. So basically, it's like similar to an NGO was considered at that time of Brahmo Samaj. So the main features of NGO are the work on the public benefit, does not aim to earn profit, depends on the donations like grants and volunteers, focuses on solving social problems. So the fund of NGO, like I explained in the previous things and all, the fundings of NGOs, like they collect some funds from the donors, like the funds and all. So keeping that money only, they help up the many people, and they help in the rural areas also. So the types of NGOs are the trust, society, and Section 8 companies, where I explained the previous points and all. So the main areas focuses on work like the education, health, women empowerment, child welfare, and environmental protection and rural development. So the I would like to give an example of that is the Gunj. We all know that Gunj is also an example for work for rural development of area. So Gunj also is a work for rural development area where it made a major difference in the rural area too. So I would like to explain a short definition of the NGO is like an NGO is a non-profit organization that works independently from the government to improve society and help people in need. So this definition I would like to say is like NGO is not a part of the government, but I would like to say like helping the people who are in need of it. So I would like to say is like NGO is not a part of the government. Again, I'm repeating the same point. NGO is not a part of the government. NGO is a non-governmental organization. So with this, I would like to conclude my digital seminar. Thank you.